Millions of people around the world are suddenly deciding to stop buying things. Before we dive deeper, take 1 second to subscribe to this channel if you want smarter ways to save money, build wealth, and take control of your financial future. In 2026, a powerful financial trend has taken over social media. It's called NoBuy 2026. And surprisingly, it's changing how people think about money. The idea is simple. For a certain period of time, sometimes a month, sometimes an entire year, people stop buying anything that isn't absolutely necessary. No impulse shopping, no online deals, no random Amazon purchases, only essentials. Food, rent or mortgage, utilities, transportation. Everything else is paused. And the results are shocking. Many people are discovering they save thousands of dollars without even realizing how much they were spending before. This movement started quietly on social media platforms like TikTok and YouTube, where people began sharing their spending habits. What they discovered surprised them. Many people realized they were spending money simply because they were bored. Others were shopping because of advertising. Some admitted they were buying things to cope with stress or emotions. The No-Buy Challenge forces people to confront these habits. When people remove unnecessary spending, something interesting happens. They begin to see money differently. Instead of thinking about buying the next gadget or outfit, they start asking new questions. Do I really need this? Is this purchase improving my life? Or is it just temporary satisfaction? Financial experts say this trend reflects a bigger shift happening in society. For years, consumer culture encouraged people to buy more. New phones, new clothes, new subscriptions, new upgrades. But rising costs of living and economic uncertainty have made people rethink their spending habits. In many countries, inflation increased the price of everyday goods. Groceries became more expensive. Housing costs rose. Interest rates increased the cost of borrowing money. As a result, people began searching for ways to take back control of their finances. And that's where the No-Buy Challenge gained popularity. It's not just about saving money, it's about becoming more intentional with spending. Many participants say the challenge helps them break the cycle of impulse spending. For example, when someone wants to buy something during the challenge, they must pause and ask themselves if it's truly necessary. Often, they realize the urge disappears after a few days. This simple pause can prevent hundreds of unnecessary purchases each year. Another benefit people report is reduced financial stress. When people stop constantly buying new things, they often notice their bank accounts begin to grow. That financial cushion creates peace of mind. Instead of worrying about bills or unexpected expenses, they feel more secure. Some participants also say the challenge changes their relationship with material possessions. When they stop buying new items, they begin appreciating what they already own. Clothes get worn longer. Gadgets get used fully. Household items last longer. The challenge encourages creativity. Instead of buying something new, people find ways to use what they already have. For example, cooking at home instead of ordering food, repairing items instead of replacing them, borrowing from friends instead of purchasing something new. These habits not only save money, but also sustainability. The movement has also sparked discussions about minimalism. Minimalism focuses on living with fewer possessions and prioritizing experiences over material goods. Many people discover that having fewer things actually simplifies their lives. Less clutter, less stress, more focus, and ultimately, more financial freedom. As the No-Buy 2026 challenge continues to grow, millions of people are joining the movement. Some are doing it for 1 month, others for 3 months, and the most ambitious participants attempt the entire year. The results are often surprising. Some people report saving $5,000, $10,000, or even more by the end of the year. But perhaps the biggest change isn't just financial, it's psychological. People begin to realize they don't need as much as they thought, and that realization can completely transform how they approach money for the rest of their lives. What if the secret to saving thousands of dollars wasn't earning more money, but simply buying less? Before we continue, subscribe to the channel so you never miss powerful strategies that can improve your financial life. The No-Buy Challenge might sound simple, but the structure behind it is what makes it powerful. At its core, the challenge is about eliminating non-essential spending for a set period of time. But to succeed, participants usually follow a few important rules. First, they define what counts as essential spending. Typically, essentials include housing costs, utilities, groceries, transportation, basic medical expenses. These are necessary expenses required for daily life. Everything else falls into the category of non-essential spending. Examples include New clothes, entertainment purchases, luxury items, impulse, online shopping, home decor, upgrades. Participants create a list of things they will not buy during the challenge. This list varies from person to person. Some people decide to avoid coffee shop visits, takeout food, streaming subscriptions, shopping, malls. Others take an even stricter approach. They commit to buying nothing beyond the absolute basics. One of the most effective strategies used in the challenge is called the 30-day rule. Whenever someone wants to buy something non-essential, they wait 30 days before making the purchase. After that waiting period, they ask themselves if they still want it. In many cases, the desire disappears completely. This simple rule dramatically reduces impulse spending. Another common rule involves using what you already have. Instead of buying something new, participants challenge themselves to wear existing clothes, longer finish food, already in the pantry. Use household products fully before replacing them. This mindset encourages efficiency and appreciation for existing resources. Many participants also track their spending during the challenge. Tracking helps people understand where their money usually goes. When they see the numbers clearly, the results can be surprising. For example, someone might discover they were spending $200 per month on takeout, $150 on online shopping, $100 on subscriptions over a year. That adds up to thousands of dollars. The No Buy Challenge reveals these hidden expenses. Another key element of the challenge is accountability. Many participants join online communities where they share progress and challenges. These communities provide motivation and support. Members celebrate milestones, share tips, and encourage each other to stay committed. Some people even create visual reminders to reinforce the challenge. For example, removing shopping apps from their phones, unsubscribing from marketing, emails, avoiding stores that trigger impulse purchases. The small changes reduce temptation. Psychologists say the challenge works because it disrupts habit loops. Spending money often becomes automatic. People browse online stores without thinking. Advertisements constantly encourage buying. The challenge forces people to pause and reconsider their behavior. That pause is powerful. It creates space for conscious decision-making instead of reacting emotionally. People begin making choices aligned with long-term goals. Some participants also set specific financial targets for the challenge. For example, saving $5,000 in 1 year, paying off credit card debt, building an emergency fund. These goals provide motivation. Every time someone avoids a purchase, they move closer to their financial objective. By the end of the challenge, many participants report dramatic changes. Their bank accounts grow, their spending habits improve, and they gain confidence in their ability to control their finances. The No Buy Challenge may start as a simple experiment, but for many people, it becomes the beginning of a completely new relationship with money. Some people who started the No Buy Challenge expected to save a few $100s. Instead, they saved thousands. If you want more ideas that can transform your financial future, subscribe to the channel for weekly money insights and strategies. One of the most fascinating aspects of the No Buy 2026 challenge is the results people are experiencing. Many participants report dramatic financial improvements within just a few months. For example, someone who previously spent money frequently on impulse purchases might save $500 or more per month during the challenge. Over a year, that adds up to $6,000. Others report saving even more. Some participants say the challenge helped them eliminate credit card debt. Instead of making minimum payments, they used the money saved from reduced spending to pay down balances faster. This approach reduces interest costs and accelerates financial progress. Another common outcome is the creation of an emergency fund. Financial experts often recommend saving 3 to 6 months of living expenses. However, many people struggle to build this safety net. The No Buy Challenge can accelerate this process. When unnecessary spending stops, that money can be redirected into savings. Within months, participants may build a financial cushion that provides security and peace of mind. But the benefits extend beyond money. Many people say the challenge improves mental clarity and emotional well-being. Consumer culture constantly encourages people to chase the next purchase. Advertisements promise happiness through products, but the satisfaction from buying something new often fades quickly. Participants in the No Buy Challenge begin to recognize this pattern. They learn that happiness doesn't necessarily come from buying more things. Instead, they focus on experiences and relationships. Some people use the extra time and money saved to travel, learn new skills, invest in personal development. Others focus on long-term financial goals, such as investing. For example, someone who saves $500 per month could invest that money Over time, investments can grow through compound interest. Even modest investments can become significant over decades. The No Buy Challenge also teaches an important financial lesson. Small spending habits matter. Many people assume only large purchases affect their finances, with small daily expenses often accumulate into large totals. For example, $5 coffee each day, $150 monthly subscription packages. Frequent online purchases. These costs can quietly drain thousands of dollars each year. When participants eliminate these expenses, the difference becomes clear. Another powerful result is increased financial awareness. Participants become more conscious of how advertising influences behavior. They recognize marketing strategies designed to encourage spending. Understanding these tactics helps people resist them in the future. Ultimately, the No Buy Challenge is not about deprivation, that's about intentional living. By reducing unnecessary purchases, people gain control over their money, and that control can lead to greater financial freedom. For many participants, the challenge becomes more than a temporary experiment. It becomes a new lifestyle. They continue practicing mindful spending long after the challenge ends, and in many cases, they discover something unexpected. When they stop chasing more possessions, they actually feel richer than before.